Ladies and gentlemen, got up at 5 o'clock this morning, and literally I've been in front of this computer for the majority of that time, with the exception of an hour and 15 minutes, which I took as downtime because I needed to get prepared for a meeting. Now, why am I telling you this? Because even now, this is the so-called sovereign American lawsuit that talks about these sovereign citizens. Let's find out what it says about sovereign citizens. The act was revoked by Congress. This is a footnote for this act right up here. Where you at, act? That's the footnote, number 5. Technically, I could have clicked right here, and it would have taken me up to number 5. Anyway, let's get back down here. The act was revoked by Congress, but the principals did not derive their authority from that act. That act only evidenced what was already factual conclusions. That Americans upon reaching the age of 21 were considered American sovereign citizens. In that, excuse me, in, oh, it's supposed to be that. Give me 1 second. Wake up. That, stop listening. In that the sovereign citizens upon reaching the age of 21, otherwise referred to as coming of age or the age of the majority, I got to highlight these two because these are actual quotes from the actual law. Okay. Several acts by Johnson, Truman, and Barack Obama. Particularly Proclamation 8418. Go and read Proclamation 8418. You might find it interesting. Of September 16th, as self-government, highlighting the natural rights of every American to self-governance. The First, the Fourth, the Ninth, the Tenth Amendments of the Bill of Rights all evidence the right of self-governance of the sovereign American citizens. That's what those amendments highlight, ladies and gentlemen. Each one of them. That's what they were designed for. You don't believe me? Go look at it. Go see that those are personal rights. Those are not national rights. Okay? Each one of the rights safeguarded by each of those are personal rights, for whom the sovereignty of the nation derives and is said to reside. Whenever you hear the sovereignty of the nation resides in the people because the people are sovereign, shh, don't tell nobody. It's a secret. They don't want y'all knowing. So down here, the Senate Special Committee from 1973 reached a conclusion regarding the unconstitutional statutes enacted by the United States Congress, rendering those statutes inapplicable, unlawful, and void of effect. This was substantiated by the Act of 1976, known as the National Emergencies Act. The National Emergencies Act and the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, were enacted as a direct result of the aforementioned special report evidencing the unconstitutionality of the 470 plus statutes that were unlawfully applied to the American populace to affect their lives, supposed to be in a host, not and a host. So let's just do that. In a host of all encompassing manners, evidencing and documenting Congress's blatant disregard for the prohibition against abridging the rights of Americans under any circumstances, whether emergency or not. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law. Congress said that because there was a stupid emergency in 1933 that gave them authorization to, pay attention, violate your rights. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law abridging your rights under the Bill of Rights. They don't have an emergency authorization. So why did y'all let them do that? And that's what this suit is about, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you don't understand what I just said, go do your research. Go study what I just said. Each of the things I just said. Everything I'm saying is fact. I would love somebody to correct me. The National Defense Authorization Act comes from this. That's why they renew it every year. That came from the National Emergencies Act. The National Emergencies Act was the one that came into effect because of the 470 laws that violate your rights. That came from the 1973. 1973 came from all of the 470 stupid acts of Congress that violate your rights. You see, it's a puzzle, people. The pieces are right here. You guys will get a chance to see the suit when I'm finished. It's 28 pages. It is It's complete, but it's not complete because I got to proofread it. My hope is to get it filed soon. So just be patient with me. Oh, these are the case citation, the table of authorities down here. Yeah, we put them down here. See, table of authorities? And we said January 21st, but not going to get it January 21st. So we're going to try for the 29th. Okay, 7 days from now. Let's see if we can do this. I'm ahead of schedule, by the way. On this, I am ahead of schedule. All right. Again, this ain't for me. Y'all are going to be able to join this one too. Okay. And if anything should happen to me, I'm going to make sure y'all get a copy of this mother. Okay. Literally. I ain't no joke. I got to change this number right here because we probably won't be following it in this one. Okay. So for the time being, we're going to do that because I can't tell y'all where it's going to be filed just yet. See where it says District of Columbia? That's not the case. Why would I put it in District of Columbia when they've been violating our rights from the very beginning? Shh, don't tell nobody. So this is just as outlined, um, the thought. And yes, we're going to go in a different jurisdiction where we can do this. All right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let you guys get to your day. I got to get some rest. Arrivederci.